I haven't filmed much of this job, and to be fair, it's almost caused me a mental breakdown, and that's no laughing matter because it's pretty true. Basically, it's got to come back to brick, and that was the decision that was made. So, as you've seen, that's a bit of a problem, isn't it? So, what do you do now? Do you panic? Do you walk away? I wasn't already posh then, quite apparent. Quite posh for me. I wouldn't do that. I think it's a wrong thing to do. If you're going to go down that road, you've got to go, because we've got to get back to build the roof, and once we've built the roof, we'll be back here to fit your kitchen. Now tell them the benefits of once you've done all the work. Hey guys, morning, welcome back to the channel. Right, I haven't filmed much of this job, and to be fair, it's almost caused me a mental breakdown, and that's no laughing matter because it's pretty true. The house has actually moved on quite a bit now since the last time I was here, and I'll show you that in a moment. We have 2 skips changed over, and we've now got Neil, aka Jack, back trying to get rid of the rest of that. So let me take you through the job and explain exactly what's gone on. So if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button in the corner, and turn your notifications on. We put 2 videos up a week normally. Usually they are a Monday and a Thursday, so that's what we're planning for. So right, bear with me. Right, so this job, if you saw the previous video on it, we were supposed to be doing a standard kitchen job, knock through, retile, replaster. That was the original job. But as you can tell from that, and there was another one equally matching there, something's gone wrong. And what has gone wrong is that floor in there, no damp proof membrane on it, and it's all caved in. I'll try and put some photos up somewhere, and we had to dig it all out, so that's been a bit of a problem. A little bit of a problem, I'd say, Sean, wouldn't you? Yeah. Little problem.
Nothing that we can't get over.
No, exactly. So what we've had to do then is change our plans and crack on and get on with the job. The problem is that we've had also, we weren't down on boarding. I'll give you a bit of a 360 spin. We weren't down on boarding the entire room either. We're actually here. We were supposed to be board the ceilings because we had downlights going in everywhere, and basically then skim the room. Now that was quite apparent. I wasn't already posh then, quite apparent. Quite posh for me. As soon as we started doing any of the chases, there was chunks and chunks of plaster just falling off the walls. So we had to make the decision on, basically it's got to come back to brick, and that was the decision that was made. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to take you back outside and explain how you go about dealing with that from a customer's point of view and a business point of view. So right, so as you've seen, that's a bit of a problem, isn't it? So what do you do now? Do you panic? Do you walk away? Do you say to the customers, well, you're going to have to sort all this out now with all the other people, all the other trades, so you're going to need lads to dig it out, lads to do all the concrete in, lads to do the screeding, lads to do the plumbing, doing all of the plastering. Is that where you draw the line? Is that where you say, I'm sorry, I'm out, I've got too much other work to do, I'm going? I wouldn't do that. I think it's a wrong thing to do. If you're going to go down that road, it's a massive problem. So what we've done as a company, we are fairly unique that we do literally everything from the ground up. So that being said, we've got the entire team that can take care of the problem, but that brings its own issues. We have now had to bring lads off other jobs to try and get back to this one, because originally when it was just me and Jack and Neil, we carried on as much as we possibly could. We had a meeting with the customer and explained the situation. This is the process now. This is what's going to have to happen. We've got to dig your floor out. We've then got to stone it. We've got to get rid of your waste. We've then got to put blinding sand in. We've got to put DPM in, insulation, another DPM, concrete, screed, self-leveler to blend the two surfaces through. You know, that's just on the flooring problem. So now let's move on to the plastering. Oh, we've now got to rewire the entire kitchen because it was absolutely rubbish, as you can probably gather anyway. We've got to rewire it. We've got to also replumb it because the plumbing is all on the surface here. We can't work around that with reboarding it. So we've also got to be putting these things in. That's it. These are all things you need to be talking to your customer about, explaining. It's all cost implications, but not only that, from a business point of view, it's time. People will look at this and go, oh, you must be rubbing your hands together because you've got loads and loads of work now, extra work to do. It's all extra money. Yes, it is extra money, but equally, this was supposed to be a quick renovation job. No faffing about, quick renovation, turn the job round, in and out. That's what we planned for. We are up against tight schedules, so we cannot faff about. We have to be in and out of the jobs. So this is not something that we've wanted. It is just a situation that happens. So how do you go about solving this problem with the customer? So you also need to be telling them the positives about it, because let's face it, if it was my house and I wasn't in the trade and all I've got is some tradesperson telling me your house is knackered, mate, that's all they're going to hear is your house is probably the worst house I've ever seen. You know, it's all those sorts of things. Don't do that. Tell them it's an old house. This is not the first time this has happened. Especially in the area where we are, it has happened before. We have done other properties and we have had similar situations happen where the floor has caved in because it's an old type of construction method. It's not that your house is falling down, it is just an old type of building method that is no longer suitable. So now tell them the benefits of, once you've done all the work, you've now got a proper damp-proof membrane in there. You've now going to have new electrics, a new rewire that's going to be in there. You've got new plumbing that's all sorted, so it's going to be more efficient. You've also, now is the time to tell them that what you can do as, have you always wanted a socket on that wall? Oh, are you thinking about having a EV charger, for example? Are you thinking of having, a garden room? These sorts of things, because if you are, let's put cables down to the back end. Let's get those bits sorted. So it's about trying to turn a massive negative into a positive. You've now got lovely clean walls that has all been plastered. They'll be beautiful. You've now going to have a nicer end product, and that is the key with it. And because of being this open and upfront, we've also explained that because of the time now that it's knocking on, it means we've had to stop work on another job, which is again communication to knock on with that job. We've had to tell the clients that we're at here, that look, we're going to have to go. We have to go after 10 days. We've got to go because we've got to get back to build the roof, and once we've built the roof, we'll be back here to fit your kitchen. So I hope this has helped you guys. If it has, then obviously leave your comments below. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video. If there's any other ways that you would do it rather than the way I've done it, well, not me, but obviously our company has done it, let me know. If it's been a help, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, share it with your friends, and let's take care and see you on the next one. Cheers, guys.